It's one of the most ambitious highway projects in Florida's history, a massive 21 stretch of road running straight through the heart of the state, connecting the east to the west and the tourists to the locals. This is the I-4 Ultimate project, a $2.3 billion gamble to fix one of the most hated roads in America. But to truly understand why this stretch of highway needed saving, you have to understand what driving through Central Florida used to be like. For decades, I-4 was a nightmare, a 1960s roadway trying to keep up with 21st century population boom. What was once a convenient connection between Tampa and Daytona became a daily parking lot, a slow-moving symbol of Florida's growing pains. By the early 2000s, traffic congestion wasn't just bad, it was legendary. More than 200,000 vehicles jammed through the corridor every day, bottlenecked between endless construction zones, theme park exits, and locals just trying to get to work. The Florida Department of Transportation had two choices: patch it or rebuild it entirely. They chose the latter. The plan was bold: 21 miles of new lanes, redesigned interchanges, and 4 brand new express toll lanes built down the center to keep traffic flowing. The goal was to bring relief to a region that had outgrown its own infrastructure decades ago, a new I-4 for a new Florida. But like most mega projects, things didn't go smoothly. The road to relief has been longer than expected. I-4 Ultimate opened its express lanes in February 2022. Since then, the FDOT reports over 27 million trips in those toll lanes. Travel times in all lanes have gotten somewhat better. Free lanes are saving drivers about 4 to 5 minutes per trip, compared with before the project. Speeds in general use lanes have increased by 5 to 8 miles per hour on average. Crashes and lane blocking incidents have dropped as well. Still, for many drivers, the improvement feels more marginal than transformational. The express lanes cost tolls. Some say they were built at taxpayer expense and now users have to pay again to bypass congestion. There are design concerns, entrances and exits force some drivers to merge across several free lanes in short distances. Shoulder and emergency lane widths in places are narrower than ideal. Moreover, dynamic toll pricing, one of the big tools that could help regulate flow by charging more at peak times, has been slow to roll out. The traffic volumes remain overwhelming. The Orlando region continues growing faster than the roads can adjust. Growth in housing, population migration, more vehicles from suburban and exurban areas, recurring congestion during peak tourist seasons, all of these keep stacking demand onto I-4. Even though the express lanes reduce some load, many drivers remain stuck in the free lanes, especially near major exits like I-408, Ivanhoe Boulevard, and in bottleneck zones where the lane drops occur. And the money? It's enormous. And the expectations are high. I-4 Ultimate isn't the end. It's being followed by expansion projects, such as I-4 Beyond the Ultimate, to extend express lanes, reconfigure more interchanges, widen more segments, but there are watchdog experts arguing some of these expenditures may not be the best use of taxpayer dollars. Claims that money might yield greater benefit if spent on alternatives like transit, multimodal options, or smaller but more frequent improvements. So while I-4 is better than it was, the fight is far from over. Drivers are saving some minutes, crashes are down, but the kind of sweeping transformation that was promised, a highway where traffic flows smoothly even at peak times, still feels out of reach. Florida is locked in a race. Can infrastructure keep up with growth, demand, and expectations, or will money, engineering, and grand design only push the congestion problem just a little further down the road? If this $2.3 billion investment ends up just being a band-aid, it's going to be up to future planners, engineers, and voters to correct course. The legacy of I-4 might be measured not in how smooth your commute becomes, but in whether it ever becomes predictable.